today's session is all about Copilot. Yeah, it's a bit of a buzzword, super new, super fresh, and really, really exciting. So I'd like to welcome Steph, who is a fantastic Copiloter. She's been trying out all the prompts, and it's going to be a really, really great session. Thank you so much, Steph, for coming in to join us today.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm Steph, a Customer Success Account Manager here at Microsoft, and today I will be talking to you about M365 Copilot. I'll be running through some of my own tips into how to adopt a Copilot, as well as looking a bit about prompting and tips around prompting to get the most out of Copilot. I have linked some useful resources on this front page, so please go ahead and have a look at those. And this session really sets us up nicely for next week's session as well, which will look into the free version of Copilot, some of its use cases, and a bit more about prompting. So these sessions really flow nicely. Okay, so hopefully everyone has heard about Copilot, but I'll just run through a little bit about what it can do for you. So it's an AI tool that serves as your everyday companion. It's designed to help enhance productivity, creativity, and collaboration. It's got lots of capabilities, so it can help you learn, create, summarize work, or edit things you're creating as well. And it is a new tool, like Annabelle did say, and it's always improving and evolving to continue being your trusty AI companion. So here we go. We've got a few examples here of how Copilot can be used in your everyday working life. So Copilot in Outlook. Copilot can help you recap long email threads. It can help you draft emails, as well as coaching emails you have written to improve them in any way. It can also help with managing your calendar. Copilot in Word is another great one. You can create brand new documents, you can edit your work, you can change the tone, length, structure of your work, and summarize loads of things as well. M365 Copilot Chat works across all apps and really is a great way to get summary information from across different apps, such as your Teams chats, emails, meeting transcripts, all that sort of stuff. You can create meetings, you can create meeting agendas, and again, just gather information across these apps for a more overall view. And then Copilot in Teams, you can recap meetings while you're in them. You can catch up on any meetings you've missed, maybe you're late or can't attend, and you can summarize key points and actions that come out of the meetings. Again, you can also use Copilot to help respond to some Teams chats as well. So Copilot is a really well-rounded tool, and you can use it in any way to help you in your working life. So moving on a bit more now to my tips. I am an early in career, so I'm going to share things that I've learned since using Copilot to try and help you get started with your Copilot journey. My first tip would be to really embrace Copilot. It is a new tool, it is really exciting, and everyone's learning about it and how to use it. So really just give it a go. Have a play around with some of its capabilities. And one of the things I'd really recommend with that is have a conversation with Copilot Chat. It doesn't have to be work related, it can be about anything. But you can just start simple and build from there and find out a lot more information and some of Copilot's capabilities. So yeah, just start simple, build from Copilot Chat if you haven't gotten started with it yet. And with that continuous conversation, you can just see what's possible. You can have a play around with it as well. Next, I'd really say just practice your prompts, and we will go on to prompting as well in a moment. But prompts are basically what tells Copilot what to do. So really, if you can get that nailed down, then you'll be great. It can take a bit of time to get used to when having to ask Copilot prompts because you might not have worked with this sort of tool before, but practice really does make perfect. We've got some examples scattered through the deck as well, so have a look at those and have a go yourself. And thirdly, share what you learn. Share your experiences and the prompts that you're using with your work colleagues and people around you, because somebody might be using Copilot in a way that you might not have thought of, and it could really impact the way that you work and use Copilot yourself. So moving on now to a bit more about prompting. So prompting is the question or the instruction that you give to Copilot, and that's what it will respond to. So when writing your prompt, really try to use natural language, like you're having a conversation with somebody. And also try to think about what the outcome is. So what do you want Copilot to do for you? What, if anything, should Copilot use to support this? So any documents, other sources. And then how do you want the response to be presented back to you? So bullet points, a table, step-by-step instructions, anything like that. And that's the beauty of Copilot. You can really design the prompts to respond to you in a way that works best for you as well. We've also got some do's and don'ts of prompting. So do try to be clear and specific. This is going to give you a much better response and be more relevant to you as well. Try to write legibly to get better quality responses in the text. State the tone, format and length you'd like the response to be answered in, and try to be polite to Copilot. I know that sounds a bit weird, but the Copilot tool is to foster collaboration, and being polite allows for this and also gives you a bit more of an improved responsiveness. Some don'ts here: try not to change the topic abruptly. If you're switching topics, specify that to Copilot, say new task, and that will signal the change that you are changing the topic, and it just means Copilot's not going to get confused. Don't request unethical or inappropriate content. That's not what Copilot's here for. It's here to help you in your everyday working life, so we might as well just keep it to that. And then don't give conflicting instructions, because again, this can be a bit confusing to Copilot and might lead to lower quality responses. Okay, so now we've got a really great structure to try and focus some of your prompts. So creating effective prompts for Copilot is essential to get better results. And there are 4 key ingredients that we like to follow. And this is GCSE. So it's a structure in how to write a good prompt. Starting off with the G, this is goal. So clearly state the desired outcome that you want to achieve. And we can see this here in the example with generate 3 to 5 bullet points. Then context, that's the C. We want to provide any additional information or context that helps Copilot understand the task better. Here in the example, we've got this for a client meeting, but this could be a manager meeting, a team meeting, or even just personal learning, things like that. Next, source. Indicate the context or data from which Copilot should draw any information. Now, there might not be a need for a source here, but if you can add it in, try to. So focus on email and Teams chats or meeting transcripts, or you can link in any documents, PDFs, things like that. And then finally, expectations. So specify any requirements, how you want Copilot to respond to you. So tone, length, format. In the example here, we've got this as simple language, but we could ask for it to be in a professional tone. We could ask it to be funny. We could ask for it to be quite concise or quite short. So it's really, you can create it how you want. Here we've got some examples as well of some prompts that I've used myself. So you can see that they all have detail about how I want Copilot to respond to me. They've all got something about structure or tone. Some of them have sources in, not all of them. And then they've all got a bit of context to them. So the first one, for example, summarise the last 7 days into bullet point actions where I have been mentioned. Refer to my emails, chats and meeting transcripts that I have missed while on leave. List the urgent actions first. So this is a really great prompt if you've been away on holiday for a week or 2 and you don't want to scroll through all your emails to figure out what your urgent actions are. Copilot can do that for you. It's a really specific prompt, giving the sources I want it to look at and how I want it to respond to me. There's loads of other prompts here. You can take them for yourself and have a go and practice with them. But again, don't forget, be polite. Try not to use slang or jargon that Copilot might not understand. Try to use correct punctuation and always check the responses from Copilot accurately. Okay. So the fun doesn't have to stop there with prompting. You can keep the conversation going. So to do this, you can see underneath the Copilot response, there'll be in a blue box different pre-made prompts to follow up to Copilot's answer, and you can select those or you can create them yourself. And this just allows you to dive into more detail. You can create things from the responses. So you could ask Copilot to create this into a PowerPoint presentation, for example, and you just gain further information about what you're looking into. So here, I've asked Copilot to give me a bit of information of how I can upskill my learning and knowledge by using Microsoft Learn. Copilot's given a really great response, detailing lots of different ways Microsoft Learn can help me. And now I'm interested in, the next steps that I can take to actually move forward in achieving a certification. So I can use these prompts down here underneath the response Copilot's given me, or I can write my own, which I've done here. So please give me step-by-step instructions into how I can achieve the Microsoft 365 certification. And there we go. The response is really detailed again. It's accurate, giving me these step-by-step instructions. So now I'm wondering, how long is this process going to take? How long is it going to take for me to learn and then take the exam to achieve the certification? So I've asked Copilot that question, and so on and so on. So Copilot will just keep answering your questions. You can keep learning about information about the topics you want to, and just keep the conversation going. Like I said at the beginning, Copilot Chat is a really great tool to just get started and having these conversations with it. Practice your prompts and just see what you can do with it, really. It's a great way to get started. So yeah, there we go. So my top tips: practice your prompts, use them across loads of different apps. Copilot's got so many capabilities, so you might as well give them a go in a range of formats. Try the GCSE structure to help create these detailed prompts. So goal, context, source, and expectation. And it's okay if your prompts don't have a source. That's perfectly fine. Not everything will have that. And also, don't give up if your prompt doesn't work the first time around. You can add more context, maybe expand the parameters, and just try again, because that might work better. Keep the conversation going with Copilot. Ask it loads of follow-up questions and prompts. Ask it to create things for you, and use the links that's embedded within it. And use the follow-up prompts that are pre-made if you don't have any either. Always check the accuracy of the responses that Copilot give back to you as well, just to check things. And always share what you learn with your peers. I think it's a great way to learn new things, learn what types of prompts people are doing. I've had that experience with my own team. Some prompts that I've not even thought about, and people have used that in their everyday to just help you become more efficient and productive and things like that. So it's a great way to share and expand your prompting library, really, and just have fun with it. It's a really cool tool. There's loads of stuff you can do with Copilot, so have fun, practice, yeah, and just try the best you can with all your prompting, and I'm excited to see what you come up with, really. But yeah, there we go. Happy prompting. Thank you for having me on the session. Yeah, and any questions, feel free to reach out.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Steph, for that session. It was really, really interesting. I love how you included prompts that you've used as well, because it's really handy to actually take a good prompt and then start to tailor it a little bit more to actually what you're asking. So definitely have a look at those on the Superheroes community after, if anybody's interested in where to start off with a prompt. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a lovely rest of your day and keep prompting.